In class 3, we talked about how the instruments of percussion, the sounds, and the manners of playing percussion instruments could be brought to bear on the main topic, which is to create a musical story. We talked about how narrative, whether that's in the sense of physical gestures or theatrical sensibilities, or the connection with an historical past, can be excavated from these relatively simple sounding objects of percussion instruments. We talked about how all of those things connect to create a musical coherence, and we talked about how meaning, emotion, joy, passion can come from these sounds. We've repeatedly come back to the name John Cage and his music. And I think the thing that Cage did for us more than anything else is that he made listening into a creative act as well as performing. There was a kind of embedded voyeuristic relationship between an audience and a performer before Cage. In other words, the audience came in to listen to somebody else do something, but they were never really a part of the creative process. Cage made the audience, the act of listening intently, the act of imagining music that deeply, a part of the creative act. Please join us for our next class, in which we'll talk about the language of percussion. We have all the building blocks. We have the instruments, we have the sounds, we have the gestures, we have the narrative. We are creating a language, but like every language, for it to be vital, for it to have maximum expressive possibilities, it has to be fluid, it has to be constantly in a state of evolution. What will happen next with a percussive language? How can we make an eloquent and sophisticated language for the future of percussion sounds?